Hey, Internet, and welcome to episode 5 of Enter the Dungeon, a Brotherly Podcast. Joining me, we once again have our Ranger Alicia, our Cleric Javin, and our Alchemist Earthmover. Earthmover, do you want to give the recap?
Not particularly.
Okay, I guess that leaves Javin, or I can do it.
I'll do it. We returned the elf to his husband, and now we are chartering a caravan back to my hometown because this town is boring.
Yep.
And that's what we're off.
Okay, so...
That's all we managed to do in a whole hour.
Yep. And so, guess you guys are finished up there, and after you leave, in the place where you've arranged it, suddenly Alicia wakes up in Earthmover's pocket. So right now, as far as you're concerned, you're like in a large sack.
Sick. It's pretty comfy in here.
Do you do anything?
Nope. I'm chilling.
Okay. You're just gonna feign sleep?
No, I won't fake. I'll just sit there.
Okay. Do you make it clear that you know what's going on at all?
Nope.
Okay. So, you guys gonna do anything else tonight?
I tell the sheriff, what's his name?
Captain Carver?
I'm going to tell Captain Carver to please deliver a message back to the college that his delivery was received.
He says, yes, sure thing. I will have a letter sent out to them in the morning. Thank you once again for all your help.
Yep. And that's it.
Okay.
Oh, one last thing. What level spell was that scroll I got?
I believe it was first level. I think it was Thunderclap.
No, that's the level the spell was at, but scrolls can be different level power.
Yes, it was just at its first level.
Oh, so it's almost useless.
Well, it won't cost you a spell slot to use it.
Yeah.
And you don't need to have it prepared, so.
I know. Okay, that's it. I had to sleep and get ready for the trip tomorrow.
Earthmover, are you going to check on her?
No.
Okay. Okay, then. What are you doing?
Are you going back to the whatever place it was that we were staying the night?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So I didn't really honestly consider where I'd put my bag, but I'd probably just sling it into the corner.
Okay, I feel like this would elicit some sound or reaction from you.
From me or Alicia?
Alicia.
Well, you wouldn't leave your bag here in the tavern. You'd leave it in the. You'd take it with you to the inn.
No, I know. I'm saying when we go back to the inn, I'm just slinging it into the
When you
corner
get
of
in
my
your-
room and laying
Yeah,
down.
when you get in your hotel room. So yeah, you've just been thrown against a wall. What do you do?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, I
you.
scream, ow, what the heck?
I whirl to face the bag. Are you awake?
Huh? Well, I am now. What's up?
I mean, you're gonna just have to stay in my bag, because otherwise I have to pay for another passenger tomorrow.
That's fine.
Glad that's been resolved. You're also gonna have to sleep there, because I'm not paying for another room unless you want to get a separate room.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. You gonna do anything out on the town?
No, I'm just going
No.
to bed.
Wait, do you explain to her what you mean by that?
No.
I don't really care.
Okay. But Alicia, you gonna go out, try to steal from anyone this time?
What's in the room? Is there a Bible in the drawer?
Stealing a Bible.
Is there a Bible in the drawer?
Well,
Those Bibles are actually gifts. You can take those. It's not
yeah.
stealing.
Yeah, okay, but
Wait, what? They are?
Yeah,
yeah.
they're provided by a church or something as a gift to whoever's sleeping in the suite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there a Bible in there?
Let's see. There's probably like a there's a bed, maybe like a wardrobe type thing, probably like a bedstand. I wouldn't say a Bible or any necessarily type of religious text.
Is there anything in the drawers at all, or in the wardrobe?
There's probably some stationery on like a bed stand or something. This is a pretty bare bones room.
Yeah, I'll take the paper.
Okay.
You already have paper.
And now I have more paper.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, if you're not gonna do anything else, then I guess the next morning can roll around.
Yep. Let's get a move on.
Yeah. By the way, so next morning comes around. You guys go out. I guess Javin,
Is she gonna ride in the bag there?
Yep.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have to pay for another ticket, or she has to pay for a ticket. I'm not messing with that.
I mean, it's like a 12-day voyage. Surely at some point someone's gonna notice her, right?
Why? Do you dig through other people's bags?
No, but is she gonna stay in the bag the whole time?
Good.
I don't see why not. She's got like 50,000 pieces of bread.
And paper.
Okay, let's get a move on.
Yeah.
I load up into the caravan and head out.
Yes. So at the caravan, you see the tiefling man from before. He's Omar. He says, "All right, we're all heading off now to the city of Ghenpoe. As you all know, this is going to be a 12-day voyage. I will be your guide." And he then points to a human wearing some light armor and has a sword sort of on his hilt. This will be our guard. His name is Eric. In case of various emergencies, we do have some plans. In case we're attacked by bandits, if you can, we will ask you to help stand by us, or we will try to do what we can to get away from them. In case of natural disaster, we'll try to get to a near town to find a refuge. So, for all of you who paid, we will be providing you with the food that you need. And so, any questions before we head out?
Shouldn't think so.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Yep.
Let's
And
stand.
so you guys start heading out, and so it's early morning. So the way I was kind of thinking about the way we could do this is that we could sort of split up each day into a traveling section during the day, then like a sort of resting section at night. Then maybe like during each section, you guys could say if you want to like do something, and we'll figure out if there's like a corresponding like skill check or who you might be talking to.
Is there something in particular you had in mind?
Well, if you guys want to try to interact with them, because I don't necessarily just want to montage straight through the caravan voyage.
I kind of just want to go home.
Out of curiosity, if I'm looking around during the caravan, how many carriages and like horses are there?
Okay, so yeah, now that you're able to get a better look, you are able to tell that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people total.
Okay, so it's a pretty small caravan.
Yes, and 2 of them work for the company. So
Yeah.
I thought you said there were 10 people in this caravan.
well, I said there was about 10.
Yeah. 4 is not about 10.
I said 8. Well,
8 is not about 10. 10 is about 10. I can count to 10. I recognize 10.
Okay. Well, if you count the 2 of you, now it's at 10.
Fair enough.
Well, 11 if you count Alicia, but she's apparently
I don't
going to be
count
hanging out in
Alicia.
a bag the whole time.
Even if she weren't in the bag, she'd hardly count.
Yeah, true.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. 10 is plenty. Let's.
Okay.
Unless there is something particularly interesting to do, I mean, most caravans are just walking and resting and then more walking.
Yeah. Tell you what, if you want, I can maybe give like a brief description of some of the people. You might notice something like so there's sort of like a halfling guy who seems to like be strumming at some music as you go along. The dwarf man that you spoke to yesterday, he seems to be riding next to another dwarf, and they kind of look similar to each other.
Oh, okay. So as we are walking through, as we I start chatting up the guy strumming. You said it was a human?
A halfling.
Oh, a halfling. Okay. I start talking to him, and they're like, "Hey, you seem to be a minstrel. Is that right?"
Yeah, I suppose that's a word for it. Personally, I like to think of myself more as a music coordinator. You know, I find the music talents, and then I help organize them. But I do play a bit myself.
Any stories of any legends that you've come across in your travels?
Let's see now. Yeah, like, well, you want to?
Because I've had quite a few adventures that I think might be worth recording for posterity for future generations to inspire them to do good works in their lives.
Interesting. Well, I'm always looking for inspiration. Maybe I might be able to find someone to sing of your tales. So, what are some of your stories?
Well, I've just returned from a heroic adventure. I was traveling. I traveled all the way from Port Celeste to here on an important quest. We were sent to rescue this important man who was very dear to someone in town. He was kidnapped by an army of goblins. We ventured deep into his cave. My friend here, I point to Earth Mover. There we encountered a lair deep underground of goblins. There must have been dozens and dozens of them. They managed to kill 2 of our associates, but we managed to outsmart them. And it goes on like that for a good 10 minutes. It's pretty
Yeah. And he's like writing all that down, like nodding along. It's like, yeah, this is good. This is good. What's your name?
Javin.
Yes, Javin. Mm-hmm. You know, I like that. You already provided the exaggeration for me.
Exaggeration? I swear that is the God's honest truth.
It's just getting more and more expansive every time he tells it.
Well, tell you what, at some point someone will tell the tale of Javin versus the goblins. Actually, I like that, and he writes that down at the top of his page. Yeah, it's been nice talking to you. My name's Billy. Billy Queen.
Well, Billy, you must have some stories of your own. I'd love to hear one of them.
Yes, let's see now. Well, was this one time, met this woman out sort of in the far east area. She just went by her last name of Rockstar. She said she was half elven and half dwarf and was looking to form some new type of music that's, a bit rougher and a bit more about the freedom. She really liked playing the guitar. She was always telling some of those heavier songs, and a lot about love. She was quite the woman.
What became of her?
Well, she's still out there playing now. I believe that last I heard she was traveling through Ishro. You heard of Ishro?
Is that a city?
It's a country out in the...
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's out on the continent of Cyan. Yeah, you know our guide up ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's actually from there. Back during the Civil War, I think it was around 15 years ago. Apparently he helped guide troops.
Astonishing.
Yeah. Quite the tales. Apparently there's a lot to write about over there.
Quite.
Yes. And so, yeah. So you're friends with the big guy. Do you think he's got any musical stories to tell?
So, Earth Mover, get over here.
Yes.
Tell our friend Billy Queen here about some of your adventures.
Yeah, dude. Will you rock me?
Dear God.
I find you racist and a scoundrel.
Sorry, that's just, a thing my friend Rockstar used to say.
Well, I saved my entire village by putting up a rock wall.
Ah. Is that why they call you the Earth Mover?
Yes.
So, how about you tell me about that?
The shaman knew there was something coming. We didn't know what it was, so everyone went off to go figure out something to perhaps save the village. And I went off and talked to the god of something, fair trades or something stupid.
Wait, a god, you say? And he starts
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And he taught me how to do all these cool things. And then
Nice.
I came back and there was an avalanche and I saved the entire village.
Whoa. Very interesting indeed. So, You were able to. So was that like one solid massive rock, or like several individual rocks that were all stacked up on top of each other?
No, I just rose an entire slab out of the ground.
Interesting. So all in all, it was just another rock in the wall.
I don't think that's a reference you should be able to make.
And he looks at you like, well, what do you mean? Is that like is that a story or something?
Seems copyrighty.
Maybe you're right. And actually, at this point, another person, a a human woman, she sort of started riding next to you when she started hearing you talking about making the rock wall. She starts asking you some questions about that. So you formed a wall out of rock, you say, like using magic? Can you tell me a bit about that?
It's alchemy.
Alchemy. And what is alchemy? Not familiar with that brand of magic.
That's not technically magic, I don't guess. It's more of a science. Understanding material and figuring out how to bend it to your will.
Well, I am a scientist of the arcane.
One could say you're something of a scientist yourself.
Yes.
Well, wait, are we on horses? We're on horses.
Yes. Yes. I'm
Were
actually.
we establishing that my weird rod thing for drawing and doing the ground would work? Oh, no, it doesn't. I just need to be near the material. I don't need to be touching the material.
Well, I think your character thinks it works, but you're not. But we don't know for sure yet.
Okay. So I go ahead and grab the rod off my backpack and drag it along the ground and draw. I'm just gonna do just shape earth to bring just like a little thing up out of the ground, just an amorphous shape.
Yeah. She looks at that, and at this point, she takes out her own book and starts writing something down. Amazing. Oh, yes. So you use your science to help you understand magic. You see, I'm an arcane geologist from the Ministry of Mystical Research. My name is Maria Turin. Interesting. So, can you just shape rock?
I can shape just about anything.
Are you from the city of Ulan?
Ulan?
The country back, the city back there with the college.
Oh, no. But I did, I was visiting there, and I was also doing a bit of research down at Portlet about the Everdeep Canyon.
Did you meet any of the deans?
No, I didn't have much time to meet the deans. I was just looking around the college for a bit. Yeah, just been doing some research here and there. Like, are you familiar with the legend that the canyon was actually created by ancient mages who then used the rock to form the mountains around our nation's capital?
I have not heard that. Because I'm not from this country.
Interesting. Well, yeah, it's a tale that supposedly the forefathers of the college did that. And so I was there to do a bit of a mineral analysis to see if they were actually made of the same type of rocks. And guess what? They were.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that, of course, doesn't prove it, but it certainly is interesting.
So how exactly does an arcane geologist make a stable living? Seems like a very niche job to be needed.
Well, like I said, I work with the government in the Ministry of Mystical Research. I'm pretty much running a one-woman department at this point, but, I find different ways that, the earth and various minerals relate to magic.
Maybe we could share some research at some point.
Yes, indeed. Okay. And so with that, she keeps on moving. You guys want to try to talk to anyone else?
Nah.
Okay, we can fast forward. Yeah, we can just fast forward to the evening time. And So yeah, now it's the evening. You guys sort of like got a camp area set up. They've sort of have like a sort of larger fire. You guys kind of want to hang out with the rest of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Omar says, well, looks like we've had a good first day so far. So would any of you like to lead us in a camp song? And immediately Billy stands up. I was joking, Billy. Please sit down.
I left my bag over by the horse, so if Alicia wants to like climb out and run around and do anything, she doesn't like immediately get spotted.
I immediately jump out the moment you put me on the ground.
Oh god.
I've been in there for hours!
This was a mistake. I've made a mistake.
Are there any trees around?
Yeah, there's probably like, yeah, we'll say that they probably stopped for camping in an area near a couple trees, so there could be some fallen wood at least.
I run up the closest tree.
Yeah. Suddenly you're starting to attract a bit of attention, just like, hey, wait, what was that? Did someone just, it was probably just a squirrel, right?
Probably.
Who were you talking to?
I wasn't.
Oh, thought I heard you talking. And the dwarf guy from last night walks up to you and says, really? Cause thought I heard something. You sure you're okay?
I'm never okay.
Yeah. Fortunate to see that. Gonna make a perception check to see if he notices girl in the tree.
God.
Wait, can I make a hidden check or
Yeah, here, let's contest this with a stealth check.
Yes. Drew, do you have my paper?
I thought you had it.
That's a negative. I'm pretty sure I have a +3 on stealth. And if that's true, I got a 16.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't see you at all. He's not really looking. He just kind of gives like a casual glance up into the tree.
Heck yeah. Dummy.
And so, yeah, Fallon, he strikes a bit of a conversation. So, what do you think of the traveling so far?
It's only been a day.
Yeah, I know. But one day down, 11 more to go, right?
Right.
Travel from my home country was such an inordinate stretch of time longer than this. This is just insignificant.
Yep. Well, we're glad to have you here. And so, guess nothing else really happens. Alicia, you gonna do anything at night now?
At night, yeah. I'm just gonna try to hunt some small creatures.
Okay. So, you know what? We'll say that there actually is a squirrel up there with you.
Sweet, I kill it.
Make an attack roll.
I got a 10.
Yeah, you get it.
Fuck yeah. Excuse me. I start eating it raw. There's
nice.
blood.
I mean,
blood.
It's dead at least.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Next morning rolls around, and you guys are awoken to the sound of a trumpet playing. Okay, that's better. Yep. And Omar shouts, "Okay, everyone, rise and shine. It's time to get ready. You're leaving.
Okay.
Alicia needs to get back
Camp.
in
We're
the
leaving
back
in 30 minutes."
No, can I just say that I went back in the backpack while everyone else was sleeping?
She's gonna sleep.
Yep.
She already has 2 nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing.
Yep. And so, yeah, next day continues on a bit more like that. This time, you guys want to try to talk to anyone?
Nah.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try and talk to Maria some more.
Okay. So, what do you say to her?
So, What specific properties of minerals would you even be studying?
Well, right now I'm working on a bit of a project where I'm trying to figure out if different branches of magic react better using different materials.
Like conductivity through different minerals?
Yes, like, to give you an example, I found that abjuration magic, it seems to funnel well through lead. Yes. Gold seems to work as sort of a universal conduit, but I feel like certain ones will have different minerals that they react well to.
Have you been mostly testing metals or also things like quartz crystal?
I've been testing out different materials, trying to, think about different options. Some of it's, basic is somewhat speculative, somewhat is, sort of a philosophical reasoning. A lot of it's lab-style experimentation.
I'd certainly be interested in going into that.
Yes.
An interesting field to study.
Yes. See, my hypothesis is that if you make a magic item out of the material in question, then it will work well if it's related to that particular, school of magic.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now, just testing out different hypotheses. And she sort of like pulls out her notebook that she's been working on. Yeah. You got any ideas?
Not in the foggiest, no.
Okay.
Foggiest.
So, yeah.
Does she have like a business card or something?
They just bring it up on the phone.
I'm gonna call you on the magic.
Call you on the magic. You mean like the sending spell?
Sure, that.
Do you know that spell?
I can find out.
No, I think that's like divination based, so I don't think you can guess that. Yeah, she takes a look at. She says, "Okay, here, I know how to use it," and she starts taking a look at you, just trying to try to familiarize herself with you. Okay, if I need to get in contact with you later, I should be able to. Let's see now. How should you? But if you ever need to get in contact with me, see, my main office is actually in the city of Farrell. That's why I'm on my way to Ghenpoe right now.
I can do message, but that's only up to 120 feet, so that's not super useful.
Nah, I'm afraid not. But I will hope that we run into each other again. But you know what? We've still got like another 10 days on this voyage, so let me know if you think of anything.
All right.
And so that day passes, and now it's nighttime. Alicia, you gonna get out of the bag tonight?
No. I mean, I still have plenty of food, right?
I mean, your bread's definitely gone bad at this point.
Oh, I mean, I've been eating it, and bread doesn't go bad all that fast.
You stole it like a week ago, and this doesn't have preservatives.
I thought we've only been gone a couple days.
Well, remember, he stole it back in the first episode, and then you went back and forth from the city a couple times.
True. Can I try to steal somebody else's food while everyone's sleeping?
Okay.
That's true. They've been feeding us throughout the days.
I mean, if you want, you can try to. Yeah, I mean, you probably go through the
I'm gonna try to steal someone's food.
Okay, so
Did she not start off with rations?
she did.
Is she just taking an abject distaste to wanting to use the rations?
I'm picky.
Picky.
I like raw squirrels.
Yeah, that's very picky.
Yeah, and there's not necessarily any squirrels in this area. Tell you what, you can. Yeah, there's probably some food in sort of the tent that's being shared by Omar and Eric, since they're sort of the guys in charge of this.
Well, are they asleep?
It's nighttime. They said that they were going to bed.
Well, are there any rations within the other people in the caravan? That I can readily see.
I was about to say, within them, you cut them open.
Well, we'll say that Fallon and the guy he was traveling with was his brother Kurt. We'll say that you probably overheard him mention to Earthmover at some point that they're spice merchants. So you reason out that if anyone probably has their own food, it's most likely them.
Yeah, I look through their stuff.
Okay, so you're gonna need to make a stealth check now that if you're gonna go into their area. What'd you get?
I got a critical fail.
Okay, you walk into their tent and then trip over one of them.
Alright, I immediately start running.
Yeah, Fallon wakes up just like, hey, what's going on? I mean, with a critical fail, I feel like you're gonna run into a bit more trouble with that, so I feel like maybe you get caught on part of the tent and trip again on your way out.
Nice.
Still don't have critical successes or fails, but you do you.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, if you roll a 20 on a skill check, it doesn't mean it's an automatic success.
No, but it usually means that
you can't swim up a waterfall just because you got a 20.
I know, but, if it's impossible, then it's not going to happen. But usually means that the best possible result is a 20.
I look for a basement on the ceiling. Crit 20.
You are convinced that there is no basement. Yeah, you are 100% sure that there is no basement.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this scenario, Fallon gets up and just who are you? Are you a thief?
No, of course not.
What are you doing in here?
I was just walking around.
Are you part of this caravan? No, you're not part of this caravan. What are you doing here?
I didn't say I was part of this caravan. I just said I was walking around.
Okay. Can we help you?
Bye.
Would you like to buy some spices?
Oh, yeah. How much?
Well, that depends on what you want. We got a lot of salt. That's pretty cheap.
Well, what's your best spice? Specifically, what would make squirrels taste the best?
Squirrels? You're cooking them, right?
No, not necessarily.
Let's see now.
Would you still be soaked in blood from last night?
My face is covered in dried blood.
Probably your shirt. Let's see now. In terms of some fancy spices, got some basil. What else do we have? We have some
basil and herb.
They sell herbs and what? They can't sell both?
Fancy spices. It's not a spice. It's an herb.
All right, I reach into my pocket and grab that really nice parchment paper. What can you give me for this?
What do you mean, really nice parchment paper?
It was pretty nice parchment paper.
It was.
This is the finest parchment paper in all the land, my good sir.
He looks over and says, "I can give you for this a tablespoon of salt."
Sweet, I'll take it.
Okay, he takes your piece of paper and he just kind of he starts rummaging through his supplies and takes out a small container of salt and gives it to you and says, "Now, what are you doing here?"
Well, buying salt apparently. Bye.
Yeah. He's gonna follow you out because he's very confused as to what's going on.
Cool. I'll just walk in the other direction.
Okay. So, do you have a family?
I'm just walking.
Are you gonna leave the camp?
Or yes, I'll walk out of the camp.
Okay. Do you have a place to go? Are you okay?
Walking.
Okay.
I climb up a tree.
Okay. He just
Does he stop watching me at some point?
I mean, he kind of gives you a weird look, then turns back to the camp, then walks back to the camp.
Cool. I'll just stay on that tree for a little while.
Yep. Yeah, he goes back and wakes up his brother's like, dude, I think there's something weird going on, but I'm not sure. And so, yeah, they just kind of determine that you're not really any harm, so they're just kind of leave you there for the night.
Cool.
Yep.
While they fall back asleep, I go back in my bag.
Okay. Okay. And the next day, there's talk of the strange girl that bought salt in the middle of the night.
Boy, that's crazy. That's just really weird.
Yeah, she was this little elven girl and he describes Alicia. Kind of look like that.
Crazy.
I jab my backpack with my elbow.
Ow!
What was that? Did your bag just say ow?
No.
Do bags do that?
They do where I'm from.
You wouldn't believe the things I've seen.
Yeah, this point is just like
Special Russian fabric.
Okay. What's a Russian?
I mean, it's like Goliath, but cold.
Oh. Yeah. Well, do they like spices? Or
I
herbs?
mean, they like any flavor.
Okay. Yeah. And we don't just sell spices, we also sell herbs and seasonings. Just felt like I should specify that in case you thought that we just sold spices.
It's a good specification.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
Steal the Indian spice trade. It wasn't a question, but they did it anyway.
And so, yeah, you guys gonna...
Nope.
Any other social interactions?
Nah.
I'm chilling.
Next night, you guys doing anything?
No.
Can I try to find another squirrel? I want to use the salt I just got.
Tell you, make me a survival check to go hunting.
I got a 15 plus, or I guess my survival's a 2, but I don't actually know because I don't have my paper.
I think survival's wisdom, actually.
Yeah, it's wisdom based.
Yeah.
Well, then I definitely don't have a 2. It's probably a 0.
Okay.
But I got a 15.
Yeah. Okay, with a 15, yeah, you can probably find a squirrel, but I'm gonna need you to make an attack roll to kill it.
I don't think you need to do that. You just need a survival check because squirrels don't have high AC. They're just
this is just gonna be like a low pass-fail type deal.
I got a 12.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Cool. I salt the
Quack.
Are you gonna try
Just like
cooking it
dump
first?
the whole bottle over it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
I've
got
never
to
used salt
first.
before, so I don't know how much to use.
Wait, do you like, skin the squirrel?
No.
Where
You're
are
just
you
gonna
pouring
use-
the salt? Just over its fur?
Specifically over its tail.
Does she have any idea how flavor works?
No, not really. But she definitely loves salt.
Okay. You were eating a furry squirrel. Is that even... Is that possible?
I go back in the bag.
anything's possible with enough force.
And salt.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yep.
She can go try and buy more salt tomorrow.
Yep. And the next day, there's a little more talk that apparently they start to think that this Salt Girl's been following the caravan because someone thinks they saw a little elven girl eating something. They couldn't really tell what, but it looked like it had hair on it.
Great.
Just
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and Billy seems to be kind of interested in this. Squirrel girl, maybe, or perhaps it was a fox.
I think to myself, ooh, Squirrel Girl, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Great.
Maybe it was a raccoon. Hey, Earth Mover, what do you think she might have been eating? If this is a true story,
I mean,
I'm guessing based on the area that might have been. I mean, I suppose there was a chance it was like a wild dog escaped from a nearby farm.
oh, add a character question. What happened to her wolf?
Oh yeah.
Oh, heck yeah! Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, the wolf is definitely in the bag with me.
No, it didn't.
I did not put the dog in the bag.
What? What
Okay.
happened to it?
I don't know.
Okay.
For most of the time, and you didn't say anything.
I
when we got
want a
back to
wolf.
town.
That's because you were in a when you were in a mystical coma, the wolf left the carriage that you guys were in.
Well, no, you didn't even mention it when we got back to the city.
Yeah, no, it just stopped existing.
Damn.
Yeah, it left the first night when you were in that coma.
What?
Yeah. This is what
Okay.
happens when you miss a session.
That's the BM.
And then you didn't even remember it until he brought it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I thought about it for like a brief second last session, and then I just instantly forgot about it.
Okay, so we'll just it seems a little boring to just go through every night and day. So you're just gonna continue your behavior of every so often buying, eating random squirrels.
Are you gonna try and buy any more salt?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, you guys gonna talk to the other NPCs at all?
Describe them.
Let's see now. So far, you've gotten to know them, so you know that there's Omar and Eric. They work for the travel company. There's Fallon and his brother Kurt. They're the season and spice and herb merchants.
Which one's the seasoned herb and which one's the spice and herb merchant?
Speaking of herb, there is a man named Herb named Earth Leafwalk, and let's just say he likes to hold a pipe, and there's definitely not tobacco in that pipe.
Fantastic.
Anybody else?
Let's see now. There's Helgrit Gold. She is a sort of youngish elf that's just recently come of age, so she's starting to a new life. Yeah.
Anybody else?
There's Maria and Billy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's it?
Yeah. And Herb, since he's seems to be taking the most interest in this strange girl that's been following the caravan. Dude, I think she might be like some spy from the elven country. And I know that sounds weird because I'm an elf, but like that's how I know that some of us are spies, man.
It's a conspiracy, man.
Thanks, he gets it. Thanks, Earth Mover. I knew I could count on you to be on my side, bro.
I roll my eyes and pull forward a little bit.
Okay, dude. We know the truth, right?
And ignore him.
Yep. Well, okay then. And yeah, so more and more rumors about the squirrel girl begin to spread. Finally, on the 10th day, Omar's just like, okay, let's just put this to rest. I want to know what's up with this weird girl that's been reported buying salt and eating squirrels. Does anyone know anything concrete about her?
I haven't seen her.
Okay. How about Fallon, Kurt, you seen her since that one night? Nope, no, we have not.
Other than the salt, do we have any concrete evidence that she ever existed?
No, I mean, well, seems like every other night or so, someone seems to be spotting a strange elven girl near the camp eating random foods. We don't have any evidence to suggest she stole from us. I mean, don't need legal action. I just want to know what we know,
I don't know. I think that's
kinda
the problem,
confused.
though.
Yeah. You got any ideas?
Not particularly.
Okay, well, you'll let me know if you see her, right?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I have yet to see her. I've just other than the first night, I have yet to see her. I just put the bag down and walk away.
You just assume she's in the bag?
Yeah, I haven't even checked. I mean, I would notice the weight difference.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's just fast forward to the last night. This is sort of like the next day you guys are going to reach the town. So, what are you guys doing?
Same thing.
Okay.
General small talk and keep walking.
Yep.
I was kind of chilling out. Is there a fire?
Yeah, at the camp there's a fire.
Alright, I'm just gonna stare into the fire, sit by the fire, whatever.
Yep. Alicia, what do you do tonight?
Nothing. I mean, how many more days are we on this caravan?
This is the last one. This is the last
Oh,
night.
thank God.
But then we have a few days or a day or so to get from the end of this caravan back to my home. So,
Jeez, why? Where are we going?
this caravan doesn't stop at our final destination, but it does stop fairly close.
Okay, wait, so now you guys are stopping to talk to her?
No, I said none of that to her. She doesn't know anything.
I know
Okay.
nothing. I'm so bored.
And you're just okay with Yeah, I find it really hard to believe that your character was just able to sit still during all these voyages, but okay.
I haven't been. I've been in the bag, but I've been so bored.
Yeah. Have you been taking any of herb leaf walks? Good stuff.
Wait, hang on.
Wait, is that canon?
No,
Can I do that?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna wait until it's no longer an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, if you want.
So if I can I convince him that I'm cool?
Yeah, you want to approach him like you want. Yeah, we'll just say that he's like kind of like went off for like a bit of a walk, so he's a bit of away from the camp, just kind of staring up at the moon, just like.
So I approach him, and I try not to approach him to scare him. Can I roll for that?
Diplomacy.
Roll for anti-intimidation.
No, if you want, we can. You might have to roll a little later on, but you don't necessarily have to roll for that.
Okay.
He's not like jumpy or anything, and he's being a bit perceptive. So.
He's pretty sedate. Think about what's in his pipe.
I say, hey man, I heard you talking about that conspiracy, bro.
Yeah. Wait, are you the squirrel girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you are a spy.
No, I'm not a spy, dude.
Okay. So what are you following us for?
Oh, I'm not following. You guys are actually following me, man.
Wait. So do you have like a horse or something? Like, how are you keeping up with us, or how are we keeping up with you?
I've just been walking, man.
I
walk through the trees.
Look, I'm not always hidden the leaf. Do you really expect me to believe that you've just been walking and keeping up with the horses for like the past 11 days?
I have been, man.
So, so you heading to the city too then?
What city?
City of Ghenpoe?
No.
Oh, then what business do you have? Where are you heading?
I'm just here to talk to you, man.
And he looks kind of confused at that, just like, what do you mean talk to me?
You're the whole reason I'm here, bro.
And he starts getting a little nervous at that. It's like,
I don't think you understand, man.
I don't think I do either.
You're the chosen one.
The chosen one.
Yeah, I've been sent here to tell you. To tell you about the prophecy, bro.
Oh, the prophecy.
Yeah.
He rolls his eyes and says, okay, emissary, what is this great prophecy? Is there a fifth demon that's coming to finish off the elves, and I have to take up the mantle of Duron to slay him?
Actually, yeah, bro. Can I roll for
persuasion?
Persuasion.
Or would it be like a religion check to make a good prophecy?
It's a bluff.
It's persuasion. It's a bluff.
Okay.
Wow, this roll is freaking loaded. I have net critical fail again.
Oh. Well, like, what prophecy do you try? Like, do you give him any details about the prophecy? Like,
no, I literally say exactly what he just told me.
Yeah, he's not buying any of that.
Why not, bro?
In fact, he's starting to get a little suspicious. He's just like, you know what? I think you're some kind of thief that's been tailing the caravan, and we paid for security for a reason.
I just start running in the opposite direction.
Yeah, he reports back to Eric and says, yep, the squirrel girl, turns out she's real. I was just talking to her, and she's like tried to get me to believe that I was some prophecy man. I think she's trying to steal from us. Yeah. Yeah, this is like back at the camp.
How does he react?
Yeah, so he's kind of telling like everyone, but like specifically Eric. Eric's kind of looking at him like it's his job to take these things seriously, but it's coming from like
who the client is.
Yes. So he's like, okay, I guess I'll be keeping an extra eye out for her.
Do any of the other NPCs believe him?
Well, they don't necessarily think he's lying, but they think he might be like a little confused in some of the details. Like at this point, a lot of them believe that there is like this weird girl that's been following them.
She told me I'm the chosen one. Alright, Go back to bed.
Yeah, I have to bring balance to the forest or something.
Oh, boy. Alright, so...
Yeah, and Billy Queen, he looks interested in that. Maybe he could bring balance to the forest. A long time ago. in a woodland far away.
Right,
and then you realize he's talking out loud and says, "Oh, sorry, don't mind me."
Can we skip ahead?
Yeah. We'll just say we're now on the, we're now finally on the 12th day. They're approaching the city, and he says, "Okay, everyone. Looks like we've had a good voyage. Luckily, we were not attacked by bandits. There was that weird thing with Squirrel Girl, as we've taken to call her, apparently. But yeah, so I hope that you all, had a good time with us. I, had a good time with all of you. I'm glad nothing escalated to, any fights or robberies. I appreciate that. No one, burned each other's tents to the ground, which, in case you're wondering, yes, actually did happen once.
Well, that was great.
Only once? It's honestly surprising.
I mean, we've had, a lot of altercations in my time doing this, but yeah, for as long as I've been working on this business, only one person has set a fire to someone else's tent.
Only one arson ray. I'll keep that in mind.
No, please don't try to make it two. I mean, it's a little late, but... And so he says, yes, let's see now. So, once we're heading to Ghenpoe, for those of you continuing, I know we have at least one group continuing on. You might be able to check to see if there's any scheduled caravans continuing on the rest of your journey. For those of you looking for some stuff to do in Ghenpoe, this is where there's a college of divination magic, in case that interests any of you. Fun fact, this is the only one of the 4 major colleges of magic in the country that lets anyone use its library.
Ooh.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
Yep. And so you guys travel into the city, and you go to its branch of, I think they called it Miners, Travelers, and Drives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the, I know it's those 3 words, but it's in that order, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, yes, thank you all. And let's see now. Oh, looks like we get to refund the security deposit portion of your insurances, since none of the horses got injured. And so he goes back and pays the people that bought the insurance their respective 3 gold.
That would be me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Yep.
Question: what city did you say Maria lived in again?
Maria, her primary office is in the city of Farrell, so she'll actually be traveling with you guys a bit further.
All right.
That's kind of located halfway between here and Cape Salis.
All right.
Yeah, and she says, she's actually talked to you for a bit and says, actually, as long as we're in this city, might check out the college a bit, see if there's anything we learned there. Would you be interested? If you guys are going to be in town for a few days, would you be interested in going with me?
I'll look at Jabin.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been traveling for almost 2 weeks. You might want to take a bit of a rest.
Yeah. We can scout out the town. Also, she's still in my bag, isn't she?
Heck yeah, I am.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go get an in-room now. So I can just dump her out of my bag and let her roam the streets, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh my god. Okay. So you're letting her loose on this city.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
City of divination
For better
magic.
or for worse.
I mean, this is the city of divination magic, so.
Oh yeah, they're gonna know.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the beholder that watches over this city now knows that she's there.
The what? Over
Nothing.
what?
Nothing. Okay, so you guys now in the city. What do you want to do?
So we were going to the thing.
You gonna want to go with him then?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you guys approach the college. This one is actually a bit. While the college that was in Yulin was built kind of like a castle, this one it's built sort of more like it's built a little more simply, but there is a large tower sort of in the middle of there's a group of buildings, and in the middle there's a large tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's more like a campus of buildings.
Okay.
Yeah, so guys are going to the library, and so you actually it's going to be one of the so the library is one of the buildings, and you walk in, and there's sort of like a librarian who greets you and says, "Hello, welcome to the library of the College of Ghenpoe. Can I help you with anything?"
Just gonna be looking around.
Okay. Looking for any book subjects in particular?
Are we back? Are we back with Maria, or did she wander off without us?
Yeah, she went to the college with you.
Okay. I look at her. Was there anything in particular you were going to be looking for?
Just kind of looking around the college area. Might as well make a bit of use of the library. Any book subjects you want to look into?
Not particularly.
Come on, that's not fun. Surely there's some subject you're interested in. Yeah, maybe they have that in that field of yours. Alchemy.
All right, I go ahead and ask, is he a librarian or is he just like a director of the college?
Yeah, it's probably like a librarian woman behind a desk area there. Yes,
right.
Alchemy. Let's see now. By that, do you mean the type that's related to potion brewing, or the type that's more about like channeling the elemental forces of nature?
That second one.
Ah, yes, indeed. I think we have a bit on that. It's not very common in this part of the world. It's more popular out in the east, but yes, we probably have some. And she goes and tell you what, roll me percentile dice to see how good of a book she's able to find for you.
All right. Actually get them all the way out of the container because I had it closed. 65.
65. So she says, yes, looks like it's just this one book, and she hands it to you and says, On the Origins of Matter.
Okay.
This isn't necessarily alchemy specifically, but it is sort of part of the general subject of chemistry.
Right.
Yes.
So you said anyone can come in here, but not necessarily check out.
Oh yes, if you want to check out the book, we will need you to form some register yourself with the library, and we may need you to leave some collateral.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna.
Or if you want, you might be able. We do sell some books outright.
All right, this one seems pretty far out of the subject matter of what they would generally be looking at the college. I'm gonna see if they have it for sale.
She says, yes, I think we have some backups of that one, so we might be able to part with it. But tell you what, let's make sure that you're interested in it first. How about you read it for a bit, and we'll and then we can look up the price.
All right, I'll go ahead and start looking through it.
Yes, and so seems to be a bit of a chemistry textbook, and it sort of talks about sort of basic sort of things that like from our sort of like modern world perspective are kind of basic, but to people in this kind of world, not everyone would necessarily know about, like the fundamentals about how like all matter is made up of atoms and stuff like that.
That's pretty far advanced for them.
I mean, the Greeks theorized about that.
Yeah, I didn't have conclusive proof, so is this more a philosophical exercise or actual scientific evidence?
I mean, they do have like divination magic that lets them study these things, so they are a bit more concerned about that.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are some theories about how perhaps these atoms are made up of deeper substances that combine differently, but they're not sure about that. But right now they've been able to theorize that there's, a lot of different types of atoms that bond together in different ways.
Okay. Yeah. So it's basic molecule theory.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and take some notes on that just in case they don't have a copy for anything else.
Yes, and so you notice that there seems to be two main sort of theories in there. One of them is that still holds into a bit of a more traditional view that you just sort of have like elemental forces on an atomic nature of fire, earth, water, and air that sort of then bind together in specific ways.
Okay.
And a bit what's considered to be a bit more of a newer view that perhaps there's actually like lots and lots of different atoms that need to bond together. Like there might be like different ones for like there might be ones for the air, but then there also might be ones for different stones or metals.
Okay.
Yeah. Javin, what you gonna look for any books?
No.
I mean, they might
I
have some
will
relation to
pull a
other.
random book. How about that? I will go up and pull a random book.
Okay, yeah. Roll percentile dice.
21.
Okay, with a 21, I'll say that you you sort of find like a book of songs. And these songs in particular, there sort of seem to be various like little ditties related to like the forest.
Nah.
Like you've got like the scampering unicorn and stuff like that.
I'll put it back.
Okay.
Can I go ahead and look for one about arcane geology, specifically looking for something along the lines of like magical energy creation from different materials, like actual generation of magic, not conduation?
Yeah, I feel like this would be an investigation roll.
Investigation, okay.
Yeah.
I can do that. Oh, not great.
What?
10.
Yeah, with a 10, you're able to you're not really able to find much. Like you're able to find some books on, geology.
Okay.
Yeah. And those are probably like not too far from where you are currently.
In terms of my understanding.
No, I mean like
my physical location.
Yeah, like the chemistry book you have probably wasn't too far from that.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah. And so you think you're gonna buy the chemistry textbook?
Yeah, if they have it for sale.
Yeah, so you're gonna need to go up to the woman. She starts rifling through a larger book and says, "Let's see now. Yes, that book got a couple backup copies of it. Still has a bit of value to it. So for that, I'm gonna have to charge you a whole 10 gold."
Jesus, it's like half of my money.
Sorry, we only have 3 copies of it, and it's somewhat cutting edge research. We can sell it, but we can't sell too many.
You could just take some notes.
Yes, you're always free to take notes here.
Alright. I am going to go into town and look to see if any bookstores have it, and if not, I'm going to come back and buy it here. Because I would assume it'd probably be less expensive at a library, but there's no telling if it's at some secondhand store. Which would be kind of weird if it's already, like, new, but whatever.
I mean, it's like a, kind of like almost like a college-style textbook. Like, but still not even like a standard issue thing. It's like people who are specifically researching it. So you might be able to find it somewhere, but...
Oh, so it's more of a research manuscript than an actual, like book.
Yeah, the woman says, yeah, I don't think you'll necessarily be able to find this in town, but you're free to look.
No, I'm just going to go ahead and... I'm going to mull it over.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and take more notes on it.
Yeah. And while you're considering that, what is Alicia doing?
Well, I'm in the town.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go around. Are there any shops around?
Yeah, this is kind of like the first city you were in, so yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shops around.
Cool. I'm gonna go into the first shop I see.
This never ends well.
This never ends well.
You know what? First shop you see, I'm going to say it's going to be near an inn. So probably the first building you see is probably a tavern, like a bar.
Okay, what's the first shop I see?
Okay, keep moving along. You find some shops. I'm trying to think about what would be near there.
Like restaurants and bakeries, probably.
Yeah, you can find another bakery if you want.
No, are there any like... Are there any like gift shops or like?
Okay. Next you pass a sort of like a floral store.
No.
Well, it's not just flowers. They sell a lot of plants as well.
I'll go to the bakery.
Okay. And the baker says, "Hello there. How can I help you?"
Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Are you? What are you looking for?
What's with your funny voice?
Well, what do you mean? This is just the way I talk.
It's kind of funny.
You're kind of funny.
Thanks. Do you have any free samples I can have?
Free samples. Well, can you say please?
Please.
Okay. And so, he like sort of takes out a pastry and cuts off part of it. Here, try this.
Ah. Mmm.
Yeah, it's like a honey pastry.
tasty. Thanks,
Yeah.
mister.
Would you like to buy some of those?
Sure. How much?
Well, I can give you a case of them for a silver.
How about a squirrel's tail?
And he just looks at you very confused and says, is that a type of pastry?
No, I have a squirrel's tail that I could give to you.
You might want to go to maybe a potion shop if you're looking to sell that.
Okay, bye.
Oh, okay, have a nice day.
I leave.
Yep.
Sick. That's all good. I'm done.
Okay. And you guys want to do anything else? Not a thing we might be good for.
Well, I think I'm gonna
go ahead and buy that book. I'm gonna regret it later, but I'm gonna go ahead and buy that book.
Okay. And she writes to her receipt and says, "Okay, hope you were able to learn well from it."
What was the name of the book again?
On the basis of matter, I think I said.
Sounds super scientific in a magical world.
Were you not listening 5 minutes ago?
I was. I'm sorry.
Okay. So yeah, I think that should be good for tonight.
All right.
Yep. Made it to the caravan. You guys poked around a bit in the city. Might have some more fun in the city next time. But until then, I'm the host, and we're joined by our radical ranger.
Yeah, Alicia.
Yeah, awesome alchemist. Why not?
Earth mover.
And capable cleric.
Devin.
Okay, and see you guys next time. Bye.
See ya.
Later.